Hello, welcome to Technolab, where technology is being created, and you are with me again, Remy Gakwaya. Thanks, today we have capability now to be able to see each other. You can see me, I can see you. This is a good start. I'm very happy for today. So we are going to continue with our lesson. We are going to look at mostly the main things that we should focus on. One of the main things we are going to focus on is on the presentation of our data. Looking at our data here, there is few things that are not clearly shown. We can't tell which student is enrolled in which subject, and also we can't tell how many students in the school. We can't tell. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of information that are missing, which we should work on, and that will push us to do a little bit more advanced way of doing things. The one thing that we are going to do, which is a little bit advanced, is to connect two tables together to be able to produce one result. Connecting two tables, and that tables has to bring result that we need. So this can be more even than two tables, but at the end of the day, we take, as you remember here, we have select all from student, which means that we are getting from student, but now we need to go a little bit far. We get from student and the rest of the other tables. So going back to the database, we are going to start everything here. I want to go with you a little bit here. So if you want data from two tables, imaginary, you go to your SQL and you say select, let's say all, and then from, and you say student. And then you will have that as one, because we have done that already, and you say line 2 select all from stream. Okay, so you have the two tables. You want to select from both of them, and if that's the case, then you are going to have different result. Let's see what we'll get. So with the results that are coming back, we have the first result is showing the select from student, the result is this one, and the select from stream, the result is this one. With this approach, these data are not in the same line, so we have the problem. So if we go back here, we need to find a way now to mix this data to be able to create them together. So if that was number one. Number two, you can say, no, okay, let me do select all from stream and put a comma, and you say another table, students. So this also is acceptable. This code is fine, it's working, and it should give us result at the end of the day. So when we execute this, it will give us very interesting but ugly results, and I can't tell why it's happening like this, but yeah, this is what it will give you, because this is exactly what it can do when you say things without being specific. So with this in mind, then you will think like, no, maybe let me try to be specific. So you will say, let me try to be specific. I don't need that. I can do it even here. So let me try to be specific by using condition. And when you are using condition, that is when now you have to remember the real thing that we learned. We learned about primary key and foreign keys. So primary keys, we said, are the unique keys that are in the table, right? And foreign keys are the primary keys in another table. If you don't have that in two tables that you're talking about, then you don't expect it to have a beautiful result. You'll be having the same ugly result like this. You should have the primary key, and you should have foreign key that are reflecting to the primary key. So if the table stream and student has no relationship, in simple English, if there is no, what I'm trying to say, if there is no foreign key of a student in a stream, that table, or the foreign key which is a primary key of a stream in a student, then this table cannot be joined according to what we want. So how do we do that? We need to find tables that are related, tables that are connected. How one of the table that we did, we used some of the primary keys from other tables to it is enrollment. So we can do that with enrollment. So I will change here from stream to enrollment. So if I do this, I will get still the agree result until I do the condition to be specific, because this is the result I'm getting without condition. So I will need now to do real bit condition here. I will say, okay, now this is not what I want, but what I want is a student that are shown in the enrollment. So the IDs for students that are saved in enrollment, that are the ones that I'm looking for. And if they are there, then a student will show me everything of this particular student because their ID are found in enrollment. So I'll put where, and I'll say enrollment dot. So you see now we have student ID, which is the foreign key of a student table's primary key. Yeah, I think that will make sense. And here I will say students dot ID. So if they are exactly the same keys, then I'll be able to get the result I want. If they are not, you never know, things will be different. Okay, so let's see. I will run this code, and wow, yes, now it's giving me exactly result that I was looking for. It's telling me that you have A, B, C, D, E, and this is interesting. This is very good. But what if now I want to get rid of this other information? So I will go back to select. Instead of getting everything, maybe I want to get the name, the location, and the year of enrollment as the basic like that. So I will go back here, I will change, I will remove that, and I'll start now saying tables columns name. So students dot, why are you not picking up? I love the auto finishing dot name, because that's what is there. And then I'll say students dot location. After that, I will say enrollment dot enrollment here. So I'm now starting to control the result that I'm getting. So if I do that, I expect to get a good result. So now they're telling me Damian Banda of Zaleka was enrolled in 2021 11 25. But now I don't know what they were enrolled in, so I should get what did they enroll in. So in order to do that, I will go back to the code. And now I will add another thing at this part. So this is where we say from where. So I should add another table there that is specifying exactly where am I looking for. So I will say I'm looking again from the table called stream. So this table called stream has information of the course, but now I have to join it with one of the table that knows which course, which student that is enrolled in which course. So in order to do that, I will use AND here. So I will say AND, and I will call again enrollment dot, and I will say stream ID. Remember, stream ID is a ID coming from stream as a primary key, and here is saved as a foreign key so that it can assist in a relationship. And here I will say enrollment stream ID should be equal to stream dot ID. All right, so if this has been worked well, and I can even change here, and I come here, I say, okay, now I want to show the course that they were taking. So in order to do that, I will say stream.name. I'll just say that stream.name, and then I'm good to go. So if I execute this code, it will now give me a proper result that this name of this location is in load actually in a course called Web Development this year. I'm still here. I think we are almost done, but I'll give you one more last thing, that if you think you are not happy with these representations of these particular columns, there is a one way that we can rename these particular columns. How do we do that? We use as. So if I think this one is not good, I'll put space as, and I say student name. Okay, and I'll go to location, which is fine, but I'll go to stream as name. I will say as calls. Calls. And here I will say here in load I want as and load. So if I do that, and if I execute this code, it will change a little bit. Now it makes sense. This is just for you as you are doing your code. So at this level, I have a proper command, SQL command, that I can use to do on the side of the other PHP. So if I get this code, I'll be able to show on my dashboard who has enrolled in what course and how. All right, are we together? So with that in mind, with this code completed, but there is another good way you can do. Instead of doing all this code, this writing, you can change. So yeah, edit in line. So you can change. You see, we are writing exactly table's name, but you can change to write in short form. If also you give this, you rename this particular table using as. So if you use as, you can bring as and the thing that you have selected to be representing the table. All right. So let us stop here. Let us end here for today, for this time actually, because we have 2 more classes on the same, and then from there we'll look at how we can go to the next, connect it to PHP, and then to the dashboard, so that we can have the best result. Thank you very much for being with us. It's Remy Gakwaya, and coming from Technolab, where technologies are being created. I'm very happy to be with you today. Please make sure you subscribe, make sure you like and comment, and tell other people that you are learning PHP Advanced from Technolab with Remy Gakwaya. It's always my pleasure being with you. Until next time.